yeah, what's your intro?
Welcome to Math 3, Chapter 3, Test Review. Okay, we're here to have some fun. We're here to rock and roll. We're here to we're here to expand the mind. That's what we're here to do. We're to like
Preach.
fight. All right. Okay, anyway, this is Chapter 3, Math 3 Honors Test Review, and I'll be here all night. So, well, I'll be online all night, right? On YouTube. Okay, the subtraction. Best thing to do is do the skip and then switch all the signs, right? Yeah. Switch them. So 5x squared plus 7x squared is 12x squared. 8x minus 3x is 5x. And negative 1 plus 9 is plus 8. You get that? Yeah. It's a lot easier if you change it to an addition, in my opinion. Okay, now just combine like terms. 7x to the fourth minus 5x to the fourth is 2x to the fourth. Any x cubes? No, so I just leave the 7x cubed. Nothing to combine it with, right? X squared, nothing to add to x squared, so I say plus 2x squared. Negative 6x minus 9x, negative 15x, and 3 plus 10 is 13. How's that look? Am I wrong? I know I've said I've never been wrong, but I feel like I might be. Today might be the day where I'm wrong. There's the correct answers. So yes, you all have a test question on this part. In my opinion, this is the easiest question. All right. What's the chapter on? You guys remember? Polynomials, right? These are all polynomials. We're adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing polynomials. Let's go do this. This is another warm-up, but let's have you guys see if you can factor this. Factor this out. Okay. Coming out in 2024. X box parentheses. I don't want to spend much time, so I'll give you guys a minute to win it, and then I'm going to do it. Because you guys should know how to do this. This is one of the other more simpler ones. This is more difficult than I think than the adding or subtracting, but you did see this in Math 2, right? Am I right or am I wrong? You guys remember the binomial theorem? You're being tested on that too. All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and start doing this. To solve this, we're going to do x box parentheses. We have x box and parentheses. And that's all you got to do. Once you get that, your answer is going to be right there, right? So I have to take the negative 3 and 10. I have to multiply them. Let's do that in black. I get negative 30. and then positive 13 on the bottom. What times what equals negative 30 and adds to positive 13? 15 and negative 2. I know that's what you guys meant. So we have here 10x squared in the top, negative 3 as the last, 15x here, and negative 2x here. Of course, you could switch those two. So let's go ahead and figure out what do we got on the outside. I always try to find which one's the most common denominator right here. 15 and 10. What's it going to be? They both go into 5x, right? Now everything else will go into place. Of course, some of you might have 5x up there based if you have the 15 down here. But what times 5 equals 10? 2. 5 times 3 is 15. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. And 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Okay. So the answer is there. 5x minus 1 times 2x plus 3. And that's all you got to do. How many of you got that right? Okay, I'm moving on. Anyhow, just want to make sure. Guess what? You have a test question like that. Boom, boom, and boom. Ignore that. No.
See, no one likes document.
Hey, document. Wait, what?
But that was a groan. I tell you, I heard a groan when you saw that. That was a definite groan. Okay, go ahead and multiply that out. Make sure you use a graphic organizer. I'm going to set it up because I just want something to do because I'm bored. I am bored while you guys are multiplying this out. Don't spend too much time, but you got a 3 by 3 and x squared, 3x minus 5, negative 2x squared, negative 4x minus 2. Sorry, I'm out of the way. I just wanted to write that out because I wanted to do something.
Whoa.
What? Someone called me? I have it recorded. I'm gonna rewind it. Someone called me.
Yo. I'm calling more
Funny.
Oh. Yeah. 12:20. 12:20. Oh, you know, I decided. I know this. Some of you are giving me a hard time for having the Cobra Kai poster up and only watching season 1. You know, I decided because my other classes give me a hard time too. I decided to do the opposite, and I'm never going to watch the rest of Cobra Kai. And I'm going to keep that poster up out of spite. I really want to watch it, but I decided, well, they don't tell me what to do. So I decided, yes, I've only seen 1 season, and I wish I could unwatch the first season and keep the poster up.
Still, it's a nice post.
It is. It's a sick poster. That's right.
Are you watching original Karate Kid?
Of course, that's fine.
I've seen the original Karate Kid, but now I wish I didn't, so I could really have that poster up. Okay. Negative 2x to the 4th minus 6x cubed positive 10x squared minus 4x cubed negative 12x squared plus 20x minus 2x squared minus 6x positive 10. My answer, I combine, usually, yeah, see how they're all, I'm gonna show you guys how the diagonals combine, right? It's kind of nice. Negative 2x to the full minus 10. Am I in the way? Can you guys see? Minus 10x cubed. Minus 14 minus 4x squared. Is that right? Plus 14x plus 10. And that's all you got to do. Graphic organizer. Any questions? Because I want to move on. I'm bored. Is anyone else bored?
No.
Should we do something else besides the test review?
Oh.
I already showed them all. Just the, was it bad?
No. It was just like, it was like quiet. No one had to.
It was awkward.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for, awkward. Find all roots. Use the rational roots theorem. There you go. This is it.
Sorry, Rick. I looked on the wrong side of the bed.
Hey, homies, we all know, listen, you guys are taking this seriously. You guys know this question will be on your test, right? I see about 80% of you taking this seriously, which is great. Get your 1 to 80%.
Wait, it is, right?
Make sure the x's are 3, 2, 1, 0. You know what I mean? The exponents. P, Q. P, Q. Like opposite of alphabetical order. I guess, the way I look at it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Square. I don't remember
Who needs more time for this? Who's done with this? Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a minute.
What's the difference in school?
Oh, no. Yeah.
30 seconds.
Oh, found someone cute. I wouldn't know that's cute.
15 seconds. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. I'm going to go over it. Are there any questions before I go? I got my P. I got my Q. Is 1. Factors of P are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Factors of Q is just 1. P over Q is going to be 1 over 1, 2 over 2, 3 over, right? So it'll be plus or minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Plus or minus, 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 plus or minus. Let's use our synthetic division, shall we? Let's start with 1. I feel like I should do it in blue so that we can have separate. 1. I got 1, 3, negative 4, negative 12. Okay, boom. 1, 1. 4, 4, 0, 0 does not work. That is not a 0. So 1 doesn't work, so I'm going to try negative 1. Let's try negative 1. Negative 1. 1, negative 1. 2, negative 2. Negative 6. Right? Negative 1 works. No, did I do something wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong. Negative 1 is equal.
Oh, yeah. Darn it. Let me erase that video that I just did. I made a mistake. Oh! Never going to watch Cobra Kai. Never. All right, anyhow. So negative 1 doesn't work. Sorry. I wasn't testing you. I made a true mistake. Okay, let's try 2. 2. 1, 2. 5, 10. Negative 4 plus 10 is positive 6. Now? Right? So excited. There we go. We got 1, 0 is x equals 2. Correct? 1, 0 is x equals 2. Then I'm going to go x squared plus 5x plus 6. I'm going to factor it where I got 6 and 5. What times what equals 6 and adds to 5? 3 and 2. So this will be x plus 3 times x plus 2, right? Which means my zeros are negative 3 and negative 2. I can't remember what the question was asking. What was the question asking? Find the roots. Use the roots. And what are the roots? Did I find the roots? The roots are 2, negative 2, and negative 3. Now, factored form, this will be Natalie, Kevin, you guys have a question? Okay, please don't talk while I'm teaching because I will end it. If you guys are talking, unless you have a question, let me know. If you're talking about other things, I will not do this review. You guys can do the review on your own, which is totally fine with me because it's less work. All right? Totally fine with me. So, factored form, x minus 2, x plus 3 times x plus 3. That's my factored form. Those are my roots. Those are my zeros. Yes, Diego.
No, it's 2.
Oh, this should be 2. I meant to put 2 here. This is a link. This is a x plus 2 for that 2 right there. X plus 2. Is that better? You guys cool? All right, cool. I'm moving on. Yeah. Well, my original 0 was 2 here, right? So I have to write a factored form where I plug this in and I get a 0. That's the x minus 2. Notice -3, I got an x plus 3, and a -2, I got an x plus 2. This -2 from this. Okay, let me rewind. You understand how I got this 2 by dividing, right? Then this is now x squared plus 5x plus 6, right? Then I wrote it here, x squared plus 5x plus 6. I went to go factor it. 6 on top, 5 on the bottom. Since there's a number here, I don't need x box parentheses. What times would it? Got it? Okay, cool. We good? Locked in, but wait. There's more. Because yes, once I ask you to find the zeros, what I'm going to ask you all to do? Graph that mother father. You know what I mean? Graph that mother function. Thank you.
Wait, negative? How did you get -3? Oh, just the off. Wait, but then why did I put this in?
Is this a review, a waste of your time?
No.
Waste of time. I could be solving Rubik's Cubes right now, Sensei. We should just watch YouTube videos on how to solve Rubik's Cubes and do that for like a week until we can all solve Rubik's Cube. You don't understand how much I would love to do that, just to sit there and just learn how to solve Rubik's Cubes. It's one on my bucket list. Learn how to solve the Rubik's Cube. Like, even if it was like 10 times as fast as Jacob's, I would still be happy. 10 times as fast, I'd still be. 10 times as slow, I mean. 10 times slower than Jacob. Like in a second, no way. 10 times slower. So what would that be, 100 seconds? What is that? Almost 2 minutes? That'd still be pretty fast. Jacob's, your fastest 9 seconds? What?
7 seconds.
I should have him do it on the, just like right there with his, on his hands. Like, that'd be cool. I bet I get so many hits. I bet I would get so much money for that. Just watching Jacob just solve the Rubik's Cube. Got it? Dinky. Dinky, dinky. Okay, less than a minute. I'm getting bored. Who's done? Raise your hand if you're done. Who needs more time?
10 seconds.
10 seconds. We'll wait 10 seconds.
It's like Charlie did.
All right, I'm going. What are my zeros? I want to put my zeros right here. I got 1, 2, -3, -2, and I got +2. I'm going to just test the limits here so I can do it all in one thing. So let's pick a number less than -3, -1,000,000. Guess what? Negative, negative, negative. Those are always going to be negative, right? Hey, let's do our end behavior, by the way. Up, odd, down, right? You guys get it like that? Coming from here, going over there. But, so, this is going to be negative. Okay, between -3 and -2, -2.5, or -2.5. -2.5 is 2, -2. This will be positive. That'll be negative. Any questions on that? 0. Negative, positive, positive. Negative. 1,000,000, all positive, all positive. So let's graph that function. Okay. I got a negative. Oh, let's connect the dots. There's a dot, there's a dot, there's a dot. Poink, 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 poink. How many of you got that? No problem, Sensei. Hey, what makes this hard? What if you screw up on the problem before? You know what I mean? What are some things that can help us check? The end behavior, right? You can also take this to double check if you really want to, multiply it and see if it equals that. You know how we do the multiplication? It should equal to that. If that works, you're good. If it doesn't, you're all, oh man, I made a mistake somewhere. So those are some ways you can check it. But if you screw up the first one, it can screw up on the second one. Now I'll do my best to check, see if like, oh, they made a mistake here, but they graphed it right. You know what I mean? They graphed the wrong answer correct. Give you points for that. But anyhow, yes.
Will there ever be a graph and you have to like make the equation like on the quiz?
No. Just everything I have to show you here. Factor completely. Factor completely. Factor completely. Factor completely. Factor. Oh, bam. Heat-seeking missile. Coming up. No, no, no. You're all going to die. Oh. No. The squirt bottle. Oh. It's going to. Should I squirt kids as they go by with the squirt bottle? Is that play hit the kid with the squirt bottle? I think that I could get in real trouble for that. I don't know. Hey, does anyone need a hint for this? What about the A? Can we go G of A equals A to the 5th times 6A squared minus 17A minus 3. There, you guys got that. You have trouble with the Xbox parentheses? In the parentheses, do the Xbox parentheses. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. I'm gonna give you another minute because we get out of here. We got to hear like a half an hour or so.
Yeah, I didn't have enough time, so I only had the first period to do it.
You give me money? All right. I'm just going negative 18, negative 17. What times that equals negative 18, 17? Negative 18 and 1, right? And then we got 6a squared, negative 3, negative 18a, 1a. Greatest common factor for these is 3a. Don't do negative 3. That'll mess you up big time. Big league. So I got 3a. I got, ooh, no, not 3a. That's not the greatest common factor. 6a. Because I saw that 3 doesn't go into that. So we can do 6. 6a, 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 a, negative 3, 1. That looks so much better. Completely factored. G of a equals a to the 5th times 6a plus 1 times a minus 3. That is completely factored. No problemo. That means no problem in Spanish.
No, English.
Wait a minute, I'm confused.
Oh yeah. No problem. Wait.
No problema.
No, wait.
Now I'm totally confused.
Oh, I thought
Yeah, she sounds like you.
Bruh.
Oh, it means no problem in English.
No, you're
No,
right. You're right. You said it right.
I don't know.
You said it right.
Okay. Go ahead and graph this function below. Why do you think I put this one up? Even though we did one polynomial. Why did I do this one? What are some things that the negative want to throw you off a bit? And the x plus 1 squared, maybe, I don't know, you should see a bump at the -1, right? See a bump there at the -1. What do you mean by that, Sensei? Well, I'll tell you. At here, -1, you can have it either go like this or go like that. I don't know what it's going to do, but like that because of this. Learn from the past, better than the present. Plan for the future. It's good advice. I got a lot of good advice going around here. Anyway, math counts. Any way you add it up. So true.
Did you put that part together wrong?
What?
Did you put that together the wrong way? Like,
How should I put it?
no, I don't know. Is that like the way it's supposed to go?
Huh?
Like, is,
Actually, I think say math. I think it should be any way you add it up. No, I don't know. I just wanted to stick some. I just put stuff up in the room. That's why I don't care crap. I don't give a crap about Cobra Kai. You know what I mean? I don't even know who that midget guy is back there. I don't even know this stuff. You know what I mean?
How about Bruce Lee?
Yeah, who's that guy?
Who is the boss?
That actually was one of my former students. He's actual professional boxer. He comes to talk on campus in Mr. Bricky's room a little bit here and there.
he goes to
Yeah, he's a good guy.
How about Chuck Norris?
Huh?
I like Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris.
Oh yeah, he's in the dodgeball movie.
Was he?
Yeah, he's one of the judges. Yeah, he's
Really?
One of the
Yeah.
judges. He saved the day. He was like,
All right, do we need more time for this?
Yes.
I'm gonna give you another minute.
won't tell you now that you.
I don't have room to do this. Whoops. Hey, what just happened here?
What is that?
Okay,
No.
here we go. I'm gonna start it now. Who's finished this? Who's graphed it?
I did.
Who needs more time? Okay, I'll give you some more time. I have a kind of factor that I don't know if you can make sense of it. Negative x, x minus 3, x plus 1, x plus 1.
Wait, what? A little bump? What do you mean a little bump? I didn't
Like this,
get-
it's a little bump. It's a little bump.
I didn't get a little bump.
Then you did it wrong.
So what?
Is that good? Right? Zero?
Yeah.
X, 0, yeah, so what are the zeros? Yes, just x will be 0. Not, I mean, negative is kind of separate. You look, the negative is separate, but. Okay, let's do it. What are my zeros? I got x equals 0, 3, and negative 1. You guys get those for your zeros? Okay, so I'm gonna do my test the limits here. I got negative 1, I got 0, I got 1, 2, 3. I got 3. Let's test negative 1,000,000. Doing it in red. Okay, so this negative is always negative. Make sure you pay attention to that negative there, right? Plugging for this x, negative, 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 negative. How many I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 negatives is a negative. Negative 1/2 in between here. Negative, 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 positive is negative 1/2 plus 1 is positive half, and that'll be positive. So I got 1, 2, 3 negatives. So that's going to be a negative. Negative, right? Then 0, 0, and 3, what should I get? 2, okay, that's what I heard. Positive, negative, positive, positive. 2 negatives is a positive. And then positive 1,000,000, everything's positive for that one. So that's negative. So here we go. I got connect my dots, dots, dots. Negative, there's my bump. Negative, positive, negative. Right here's my bump at negative 1. It goes below. Let's check our end behavior. Down, negative, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should be the same. Doing that Prince song stuck in my head.
It was stuck in your head like a few days ago.
That's the way my brain works, man.
Wait, what do you mean
4, 4.
There's 4 polygons.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. This, if I multiply it out, it'd be x to the 4th because I got 4 x's. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, so if it's an even number, it'll be the same. And if it's
The end behavior is going to be the same. If this is going down, then this will be down, which is what it's doing.
But if it's negative, it'll go opposite.
Negative means the end goes down.
But I'm saying if there's a negative amount, okay.
There's an odd amount.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes, it would be opposite. No, it's all right. There's a lot going on right now. A lot of learning.
No.
We did. Is this one we did? Oh, it's a little different. Extra. We don't need to do. Oh, because of the x squared. But I'm going to move on. Yes, but let's make sure we cover everything else before we do that one. Okay. So
What would that change?
It's just nice.
you're going to have another bump. You're just going to have at the x squared. You're going to have an 2x's, negative x, x, x plus 3, and so you'll have another bump here at the 0. But we can do that, but not now. if we have time. And I can do it at lunch if you want, if we don't have time. But we need to do this. Can you factor this? Do you guys remember the sum of cubes?
Oh, some of you.
That will be on your test.
You have to memorize it.
You don't have to, but you'll get it wrong if you don't memorize it. Only thing you have to do is dot. Everything else you don't have to do. True.
Wait, is it?
Well, name someone who has who won't die, who hasn't or won't die. No, but like I said, you have to do this. You don't have to do anything. You don't even have to take the test. You just get a 0. You see. What are you talking about? What part? The A is 3x.
Oh, okay.
The A is 3x.
So you do the X and then you do the number.
I'll put it in just a second. Hey, if you're stuck, Rez, I'll show you. If you're stuck, the pattern is A cubed plus B cubed is equal to A plus B times A squared minus AB plus B squared. Difference of cubes is this, but switch. A minus B times A squared. Does that answer your question there?
Wait, do we need these?
Rez or no?
No. I already knew that part.
So my A, I'm just going to go and show you guys how to do it. My A is going to be what, homies? A is going to be, this is 27 cubed. A is going to be 3x, 27x cubed. My B is going to be 2, right? So A plus B will be 3x plus 2. A squared is that squared, which is 9x squared, minus A times B, 3 times 2, 6x plus B squared, corazón.
Wait, where'd you
Wait,
get
what?
the
Oh,
Where'd you get the 3x from?
What?
That's 27x cubed. The cube root of that is 3.
Oh, okay. Wait, so
So 3 times 3 times 3 is 27, is it not?
3x is a third?
Yeah, that's
This one right here,
Yeah, what is like, you know what I mean?
the cube root of 27x cubed is 3x. So you just put the A, 3x.
Oh, yeah, I was like, what if we let the whole thing be 50?
This would be, are you saying this is 3x to the third? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I feel like that.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm moving on because the bell's gonna ring in about 10 minutes. There's the answer.
Oh, golly.
That just happened, or it's about to happen. Okay, I got some bad news for you. Pascal's triangle will not be on your test. Why? Because, I don't know, you chose me to be your teacher, and I do stuff like that. You have to draw the pyramid.
Wait, is it?
It's just, All it is just
Yeah,
one,
I know, I know, I
one,
know, I know.
1,
Wait,
1,
wait,
2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, corazon, 6, corazon, 1.
wait, so this-
We know to go to this one because the second number has to be 4. We know it's going to be that one.
wait, okay, so this type of question is still gonna be on our test, but not the triangle.
Yeah, you won't have this.
So we'll still have this question.
Yeah.
How do you go? No, how do you solve it?
Oh, by the way, I expect to see the triangle, and you have to do it this way. If you multiply it out by using like the what are they called? The rectangles, the graphic organizers, area models. I will mark it wrong. I want to see this technique used for this. Yes. Okay, hang on. Yes. Yes. Hang on. Marcos. Think. There you go.
So this is one at a time. That and versus 27. 27. I don't know if I get rid of that.
No. Okay. It's 27x cubed, was it plus 8? So the a is the cube root of a cubed, right? So I want to get the cube root of 27x cubed. Julie, what's the cube root of 8? 2. Why? Very good. So now let's do the cube root of 27x cubed. Well, let's break it down so it's a little bit more simple. What's the cube root of 27? And the cube root of x cubed. X cubed. What's the cube root of 27? 3. What's the cube root of x cubed? X. So my a is 3x. I gotta move on. Okay, we can talk more lunch. All right, I'm doing this. Here we go. Either you got it or you don't. Remember the pattern is this. We gotta go back. My a is x. My b is -2. So I gotta go. What's my coefficient? 1, 4, 6, 4, 1, right? 1 times x to the 4th times -2 to the 0.
Wait, what? How? What?
Wait, isn't it like 1?
Sure, you can go on parentheses. Plus, watch the pattern. What do I put next? 4 times what? X to the what? 3rd times -2 to the what? 1.
Okay, I don't understand.
Look at the pattern. Pattern, red. 1, 4. I put the 1 first. And then look at these. This is always going to be this. And this are always going to add to 4. With this decreasing by 1. So my next one is going to be 6. See where I got the 6 from?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Now, everyone, this is x to the 4th. This is x to the third. What's this one going to be? X to the second times -2. Now it has to add to 4. So what does this have to be? The 2 plus 4 x to the 1 times -2 to the what? 3 plus, I'm going to put it over here, 1 times x to the what? 0 times -2 to the what? 4. Now let's simplify each one, shall we? What's -2 to the 0? 1. What's 1 times 1? 1. What's 1 times x to the 4th? X to the 4th. What's -2 to the 1? -2 times 4 is -8x to the 3rd. You just multiply. You got to do your exponents. That was this one. No, we do this one, right? -2 to the 2nd. What's that? 4 times 6. 24, is it not? X to the 2nd.
Oh, it's 4 times.
I'm here, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's the one.
Negative, now on this one, right?
Yeah.
-2 to the 3rd. -8, right? Times 4 is -32. I got my x to the 1st, so I just leave that as x. Yes? No? Yes? No? I say how many yeses? I should say go like this. You get it? No, or go. Okay, I don't.
Wait, if it's not on the test, why are we doing it?
No, it is on the.
No, this is on the test.
What's that? That's
The triangle won't be on the test. You have to create the triangle. See, this is 4. The second number, you use the 4. See me after class. I don't want to run out of time. Okay, this one, x to the 0 is what? 1 times 1 is 1 times -2 to the 4th. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8 times 2 is 16. Is it going to be positive or -16? Positive 16. And that's all you've got to do. Yes, Marcos.
Is 2 to the power of 0 equal?
Anything to the 0 power is equal to 1. So yes, 2 to the 0 power is equal to 1. I'm moving on. I can't remember.
Write down the answer.
So there's the answer. Okay, this one's actually not that hard. Okay, the question is this binomial a factor? You know the answer. You know how to do this. How do you figure out if it's a factor? Look at the last problem. Synthetic division. If we use synthetic division, wait, look here. How do I know if it's a factor? If at the end it's 0. And then you just factor completely. So go ahead and do that. We're not doing any more math. We're done with it. We decided to do robotics. It's robotics in real life, actually. That's how they make Tesla. Huh? Yes, it's going to be a positive 4. So make sure you got 4, 1, -14, 56, and -64.
So we want to keep going.
Make sure you put a positive 4 to figure out if that is a factor. That means 4 is a 0.
We got a 0.
Hey, why is there an X like 4? Right.
It's asking if this is a factor.
Oh.
Yeah, this one's not so bad. I think it just, when you first saw it, I was assuming that people would not quite understand the question. But once you understand the question, it's easy. In my opinion. And then factor completely if it is. Okay, I'm going. 1, 4, -10, -40, 16. We got a 0. Okay, so actually this might be harder than what I think. So if I factor it, this will be x minus 4, because I said that's a factor, times x squared minus 10 plus 16. Does it factor? 16. Thank you, Mitchell. What times what equals 16 and adds -10? -8, -2. So to factor it completely, we have g of x equals, I know I'm in the way for you guys over there. What? X minus 4 times what? X minus 8 times x minus 2. And that's all you've got to do. I want to move on. We have until 12:22. 12:20. Dang. Dang. These stay the same. When you factor it here, my zeros is going to be +8, +2, and +4. Yes, Brooke. What's the question asking? It depends on what the question is. It says to factor completely. So it's not asking for the zeros. Yes. Hey, George. How are you doing today? What? Yes, that's what, yes, the zeros are x equals. This is just factoring. Know the difference. Okay. I'm just going to do this one. Do it with me, because watch. We know. What do I do for this? I'll give you a second to write the question down. Travis, Scott. Good. I had it. After you said it on the class, I have it. You did? It's good. Okay, homies, I'm going. I got 2, 3, 2, 1. Make sure it goes in descending order. 4, -2, -20. Is this a factor? 1. Oh, what's this one asking? Factor completely and find the roots. 1, 2, 6, 12, 10, and 20, and 0. Okay, we're cool. So that is a factor. So let's factor it completely. It's going to be x minus 2 times x squared plus 6x plus 10. So let's go ahead and do it, shall we? I got 10 and 6. What times that equals 10 and adds to 6? Nothing. So guess what?
Don't say it. Don't even say it.
We finished the first part.
Oh, negative.
We finished the first part of the question. What is the first part of the question? Factor completely, which we did. So that is factored completely. But we haven't found the second part of the question, which asks, find the root. So, what is one of my roots? 2. What is my other root?
Imaginary. We don't know.
X. Guess what? This equation will not be on your test.
No, you just have to memorize.
You have to memorize it. Just like you have to memorize or know the pattern of Pascal's triangle. X equals negative blank plus or minus square root blank squared minus 4 blank blank. I'm running out of room. All over 2 blank. What do I got put for my numbers? I got negative b. What's my b? Negative positive 6 plus or minus square root 6 squared minus 4 1 AC 10 all over 2 times 1. So I got. Am I in the way? Can you guys see? You just plug. You guys can solve this. Just simplify. Negative 6 plus or minus square root 36. Negative 4 times 10. Negative 40 all over 2. 36 minus 40. Please. Negative 6 plus or minus square root of negative 4 all over 2. No. Because remember we talked about your and my favorite number, I, right? What's the square root of negative 4? Tell your group what it is. Do you need to explain why it's 2i? Are we good? Okay, so this will be negative 6 plus or minus 2i over 2. You must simplify it. And you can only simplify it if all 3 are divisible by the same number. If one is not, do not simplify it. It's simplified all the way. All 3 have to be divisible. What are all 3 numbers divisible by? 2. What's negative 6 divided by 2? What's 2 divided by 2? I guess negative 3, 1, right? Negative 3 plus or minus I. So what are my zeros? Negative 3 plus I, negative 3 minus I. And what was the other one? Was it 2?
No, it's 2. It's 2. It's
It
regular.
was x minus 2, right? So it's 2. X equals. Now, this you can just write negative 3 plus or minus I. I don't care. Negative 3 plus I, negative 3 minus I, and then 2. Those are my zeros.
You haven't applied to
I don't know if there's another question or not. We have 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Can I move on? You guys writing stuff down? I see people packing. Don't pack. I think that's the last one, but let me double check. No, I don't think it is, actually. So 2, negative 3 plus I, negative 3 minus I. Make sure you simplify if you want full credit. Describe the end behavior.
Yeah, negative and negative.
So it'd be
Negative.
like this. Negative, so it'd be like this.
Positive. Yeah, negative. Positive.
You have to describe it my way, which sucks. Okay. Negative. What does that mean? Ending this way, right? Negative is ending this way. What's the biggest exponent? Odd, which means what? Opposite. It's going to be up. So it's going to be like this. And then we go, woo, woo, right?
Wait.
How do you know? I don't understand, like, how you know.
If it's negative,
Right.
that means it's always going to end down. If it's positive, this side's up. Only on the right side. What's this? The right side. Facing this way, right? This way. Going as the numbers get bigger. Negative is down. Positive is up. This is negative. So we're going down. Now, the biggest exponent is telling me if it's going to be the same or different. If the biggest exponent is odd, this is down, right? That means it's going to be different. So this end's going to be up.
Are those all the problems?
I don't know, but I'd like to get through this.
I don't think I'll say.
Now, if it's even, that means we're the same. Okay? But this is not how I want you to write the answer. First, let's write down what is x doing? In what direction? Let's go this direction first. I don't know. I just like that direction. What is my y do? The g of x. What's my y doing? When x is going this way, what's my y doing? Going down. So it's negative infinity. As my x goes to negative infinity, what's my y doing? As it's going this way, it's going infinity. Now, is there another one? If there's another one, you can stay. You're welcome to go. I can't remember. And there we go. How many times do you have to do each problem? If you want to stay at lunch, if you have those questions on those problems, I'll be happy to go over them. I will have this recorded online.